Okay, we are recording officially. Welcome everyone. It's really, I want to congratulate you for being here. It's the first time I do a free webinar. So this is useful. This is usually paid stuff because the program should be really cool. But I'm really happy to offer you this possibility. And I'm really happy that you're here on Thursday night, or for some of you, it's probably Friday, because I mean, that's really show some real willingness and commitment to be here and to actually build your business and create something which is really cool. So thank you for that. Also, I would like to let you know that you know this, as you have seen, I didn't advertise this program or this webinar. It's just something I'm offering to few people before I will launch it in a bigger way. So thank you also for this, for be part of this circle, and take it as my personal and my way to express my desire to really see you succeed, and to really see you succeed, and to see you make a difference in the world with the energy and the talent that you can be. So let's start. You can see I have this little introduction. Create your world-changing business, is our logo. It's what we do, helping people to transform their businesses and make them really world-changing businesses. Okay. And wait a second, with me, you should be able to see this. Okay. And let's go to the title of tonight. Yeah, we present what we present: three keys to a highly successful business. So what are those three keys? Well, basically, I have been discovering in my own business with my own experience, and also working with many other facilitator and entrepreneur, that most of them are really missing the three elements that allow a business to live and to really be successful. So I've been spending almost 4 years of my life to discover what are these elements and how to really build them into your business so that it will really grow and will start to take care of you. So element number one is what is called the market. And let's go to see what is a market. Boom. So the market, I say, are the people who buy your stuff. Okay, the people who share same needs, same desire, same problem, and that your products or services can help them to solve, and that your product or service can help to realize their dream. Okay, so this is really the most important element. It sounds really simple, because you said, of course, I need to have people that buy my stuff. But this is really the key element that most people are missing, because they don't really consciously identify and strategically target their market, the people that will become their client, that will follow you in your business, that will support your business and your living on the long run. And this is really important. And we're going to talk how you can find your market, how you can find the people that can buy your stuff, and ultimately how you can find the people that you can really help with what you have to offer. And as you see here, I write down, you can have everything else, but if you miss the market and the clients, you have no business and you have no hobby. And this is why most people that I speak with, I don't really think they have a business, they have a hobbies. And this is also because most people tend to kind of play business instead of really um, doing business. They try to do a lot of stuff like tweaking their website, creating their business card, and stuff like this. But um, they don't really do what they need to do in order to really create their business in a way that is successful. Okay, so the number one requirement for a successful business is to know and to market strategically your niche, what is called your niche, your little market. And we're going to talk about this in a few minutes. First, let's see what are the other elements that you need for a successful business. So, and the second element here is your marketing, the marketing. And let me spend a few seconds, just mm, I'm building some of usual points of view that people have about marketing. Most people think that marketing is some kind of uh, second class job, something bad, something mean. Let me just give you a different perspective. What I believe is that marketing, it can really be helping people to do what is in their best interest. And if I talk for myself, if it weren't for marketing, I probably wouldn't able to find so many amazing people and mentors that help me to transform my business. And if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be here right now talking. So, really, I will encourage you to see marketing as something that can make a difference in people's life. And let me go more inside here. The marketing is the way you connect the customer's needs with your solution and the way you communicate this connection. So, marketing and actually your business is all about the connection between the needs and the problem that your customer have with the solution that you're offering. Whatever is it a book, is it a class, is it a private session? But it's all about the connection between the needs of your clients and the solution that you're offering. And you can read here, most people consider marketing as a second class job, something bad made to stolen people money. But this is my perspective. Marketing is actually facilitating people to choose and to do what's in their best interest. And it's not about convincing anyone to do anything, and it's not even about selling. In fact, the marketing make the selling unnecessary, and because it makes it so that will attract clients who are already pre-qualified, pre-motivated, predisposed, and pre-interested in buy for you. What does it mean? That if you go in the street and you try to go after people and you knock at their door, it's going to be really difficult to sell your products, not just because now even if you have the best product, but because people are like in their own unconscious mode most of the day, you really need to wake them up. Okay, but if instead someone call you at your cell phone or someone knock at your door, they will be much more likely to buy what you have to offer. And do you know how Gary Douglas say, look for the seekers of this world? This is what we're doing. If you're able to find someone who is already looking for you, who is already looking for your solution, that's are the person you really want to meet. Because I like the concept of elegance. That means to have the most with the less effort possible. And this usually means that um, you don't have to you don't want to go after your clients, you want to make them come to you because that's easier, that's more fun, and that's actually what works the best. You don't want to be a seller that go around. And again, marketing is not about convincing anyone to do anything, because what you want to do instead is give the people all the information they need to convince themselves and to choose what the best for them. If best for them is going away from you and from the service, you want to actually encourage them and empower them to do that. You don't want to convince anyone. That's really not what it is about. And we will talk a little bit more about this later. But let's go also to see what is the third element of a successful business. And should is the mindset. Okay, the mindset. Why the mindset? Well, because as I yeah, the mindset is your beliefs and the way you approach your business. Why this? Well, because once you have identified your market and you know who are the people that you want to help, and you also are able to get in front of them with your solution, with your marketing, then the game is done. Okay, but what can stop you when you're there? And that can really limit your business are your personal beliefs and the strategy that you use. Because if, for example, you believe you don't deserve success, you don't really like money, you have some inner conflictual beliefs about money and wealth, or you don't have a vision for the long run, uh, or you don't know to be how to be productive or express your creativity, that's something that can really stand in your way to build your successful business. So I see these are really the three main core elements of a successful business: your market, your marketing, and your mindset. I used to call them the three M that makes me million. Okay, market, marketing, and the mindset. Oh, I see new people join. Welcome, and please, when you want to ask a question, just raise your hand or write a question here in the box. Okay, if you have the three elements right in your business, then success don't only became possible, but it gets inevitable. And yeah, I know that sounds like a big promise, but this is something I've learned from system thinking. And when you have the elements that compose a system all linked up together in the right way, the system works, and that's inevitable. And that's what you want to do. You probably heard many times people like Gary Douglas itself or Richard Branson, the founder of the Virgin's company. They say that you have to build your system, that your business is a system that you can make yourself unnecessary into it, and then it has to be able to run on its own. And this is what you want to do with your business. You want to make yourself useless in your business, and the way to do it is to build a system that runs on its own. And so you have to have all the elements right so that the success and the growing of the business, the growing of the system, the movement gets really inevitable. And I have put a little heart here that you can see, because really these elements are the core of your business, are the pulsing heart of your business. You need them all, and you need them all of them right, because if not, it's like having a heart disease in your business, and your business is probably going to die. Okay, I don't want to scare you here, but you will understand why they are so critical and so important, and actually so simple to have right in a business when you understand what they are. Yeah, as a way to express this idea of inevitability, I want to give you this example. Imagine to set up a row of dominoes so that you can push one over and all of them fall in a beautiful sequence. And maybe you have seen some video clips or some videos on the web or in television with people set all those dominoes like thousand and thousand, and then they push one over and they all start running. This is what you want to do with your business. You want to put all the dominoes right so that you can push one over and everything start to fall in its place, and you don't have to do anything actually. Sounds fun? If it sounds fun, if you like the idea, let me tell you more how to do it. So let's go to the next slide. Okay, now we really go into the first element, which is the element of market. And let's start with some of the common mistakes that people do when they jump in the market. And well, the first mistake, of course, is not being aware, not having a clue of what is your market, what the market is, and why you need to know a market. Say most people think, well, I just have a business, clients come, but they have no clue who are their client, what they need, what they're looking for. And this is something that really strong in our society, that people are so self-centered, so focused on themselves. And if you want to have a successful business, you have to take a different perspective and stop looking at yourself and start looking at your clients. I mean, really caring about others. And in this way, I say that um, having a success, having a being a marketer and having the mindset of a marketer makes you actually a better person, because you will get a little bit over yourself and you won't be just about you, and you will start looking at what other person need. And this will really make you a better person, and make your father a better mother, a better father, a better friend, because you will stop thinking always what you need. You will also start looking what other people really need, and you can contribute to them. So this is really the base concept of how to have a market. And the second mistake people do is that they don't strategically choose a market, but they back in into business for different reason. And none of those reasons are actually relevant to the success of a business. What do I mean here is that people usually start a business because maybe they don't like their 9 to 5 job, maybe they don't like their boss, or they don't like be bossed, or I hear many people, and some of them say, well, I just have this great idea and I'm sure it will work, and then those people go out, borrow money from friends, from banks, and guess what, their great idea wasn't so great. Because I mean, what you what you think in your mind is going to work is not really what happened in the real world. This is why you always need to test. So this is part of the mindset we will see later. But main concept of the mindset is you need to test something before to invest time, money, energy into build that. Um, yeah, mistake number three is instead to choose a huge, generic, crowded, fuzzy market. Yeah, what people do usually is that they believe they have a great product, they believe they have great service, and they believe their product or the service is really gonna to help everyone. And I mean, potentially it can. Like, let me take if I take something like the bars, I mean, the bars can really help anyone. I'm sure about this. But if you try to target everyone, to talk to everyone, you will usually end up talking to nobody, because your message will get so unfocused, so unclear, so generical, that you won't be able to really explain to people what you do. And the metaphor I use for this is, imagine to have a 60-watt bulb, and a 60-watt bulb is able to enlight a room a little bit, but it's not really a strong energy. But if you take the same amount of energy and you use all those electrons, and you make them into a laser beam, then a 60-watt laser can cut through steel, so it gets much more powerful. That's what you want to do. You want to take all your electrons, all your resources, and really focus them on a small niche. And if you're not familiar with the term, what is a niche? A niche is a small portion, relatively small actually, but a small part of a market, a small and really target, really narrowed group of people that you can help with your with your service or with your program. And I have a story that I used to describe this. That is this: most of people, they when they start with their business, they are like this little Nemo, the little fish, and they are just starting, and they have a small pocket with marbles, which represent your resources, basically your money. Yeah, so you have your Nemo, you're really small, you're just starting, and you have a small pocket with 12 marbles. Okay, this is what you have. And what most people do is they jump in the Pacific Ocean, that is full of shark, and after 5.2 seconds they will be eaten from the sharks that, that live in the Pacific Ocean. And if you think about the resources, if you take your 12 marbles and you throw them in the Pacific Ocean, that one day later there is no sign and you had no impact on the Pacific Ocean. It's like the shark will eat you so fast, and you will waste your resources so fast that you had no impact. And if you want to have a successful business, which is a world-changing business, this is what I'm about here, and I hope that's what you want to do. You want to make a difference in other people's life, and so also changing the world. uh, well, in that case, you want to have an impact. You don't want to you want to be kind of remembered for what you did. You want to make a difference in people's life. So instead of jumping in a huge generic market, in this huge generic ocean, what about jumping into a fairly small paddle? A small small lake, a small puddle, uh, what is will be like a micro niche, like a small subculture, a small group of people that you can help instead of target everyone. And this is really, really important, because most of people, um, when they have a good service that they think can help everyone, they want to offer it to everyone. But um, let me give you an example. Like a generic business, it might be something like McDonald's. They are a generic business. They are, I mean, anyone who is not seriously interested to longevity, they eat to McDonald's. So it's really a generical business. Um, if you try to compete with McDonald's, with those big, huge companies who have deep, deep, deep pockets full of marbles, I mean, it's going to be really difficult for you. And it's the same, I mean, in the holistic care business. If you want to be a coach or a facilitator, or I don't know, you're a chiropractor, whatever you do, but if you want to jump into those ocean of saying I help people changing their life, or I do health, I mean, I'm a health coach, then you're competing with people like Oprah Winfrey, Tony Robbins, and Deepak Chopra. I mean, you're competing with the best of the best, the leading authorities. And it doesn't mean they're better than you. It doesn't mean they're more conscious than you. This just means that they have more resources and they have millions, maybe billions to spend in marketing, in advertisement, and you really don't want to compete with people. So it's better that you find your small puddle, you find a small niche, and you do a great job serving that small group of people. And usually when you do a great job serving a small group of people, you also end up attracting a much bigger audience. And I have a nice story for that. But just let me have a small sip of water and I will keep going. And by the way, while I'm drinking, if you have some question, raise your hand. There is this little button on your screen. You can raise your hand and I will know you have a question. Or I can, or you can type the question in the screen. Okay, perfect. Okay, we are back. Um, so we close this. The story, yeah, I wanted to tell you this great example, one of my favorite example of really genius marketing and narrowing a niche, choosing a small group of the market, is represented by the Johnson baby shampoo. Think about, they had a great product, they had a shampoo, and what they did is like they cut out 90% of their market, like people. They could have called their product people shampoo, but they didn't. They cut out literally 90% of the market and they named their product Johnson baby shampoo. And you might think, well, they're stupid. Why they did that? Why didn't they call it people shampoo? Why don't they target everyone? Then in that way you have much more clients. But it's not how it works. It might sound a little counterintuitive, but when you cut out 90% of the market, then your message get much more specific. Baby shampoo. This is for baby. Don't make your baby cry. And when they launched their product for the first time, they were the only baby shampoo on the market, and in a few months they became number one baby shampoo in the world. And but I mean, that's really interesting because it shows you how to really target your market, to really choose the people you are going after. It's going to really help you to be successful in your business. But what is even more interesting is that in the case of Johnson Baby Shampoo, what they did is that after a few months, normal people, not babies, started to think, well, I don't like shampoo in my eyes either. And they started to buy the baby shampoo because they thought, like, if that's gentle enough for my baby, then it will for sure work for me. And also adults started to buy Johnson baby shampoo, and maybe you buy baby shampoo. And bottom line, they became number one shampoo also for adults people. So the message here is don't be afraid to exclude, like to cut out some people from your market. Don't be afraid to leave someone out, because like if your business will target women, you will do a much better job with only women. And if your business will only target, I don't know, pregnant women, is even better. It will be because those people will have specific need, specific desire, specific challenges that only pregnant women have. And if you know how to help them, it's much better than try to target everyone. And if you do a great job serving that relatively small group of pregnant women, then for sure you will end up attracting other niches, other clients, maybe their husband, maybe their, I don't know, other friends of them who are not women. And then your business start to evolve because you will understand how you can move from one niche to another. And I'm sure, if you're like a creative person and you don't want like to start a business and then be there for the rest of your life. And I'm not like that too. So you start a business, you target one particular kind of clients who have a specific challenge, like maybe you start targeting pregnant women and you help them losing weight. And then you move to another niche and you move to something which is more about, I don't know, uh, what could be nutrition for kids, nutrition for baby, because you move to another niche after I've helped those women. So this is really keeping you in the mood. Let's go to element four, to the fourth mistake people do when they choose their market, is that they choose not reachable and not affordably reachable markets. This is something a little bit more advanced, but I mean, you also have to think about how you can be able to talk with your target audience. Uh, Let me take the example of pregnant women. If your target audience are pregnant women, how can you get in front of them? Is there maybe some, I don't know, a newspaper, some magazine in your area which is just for pregnant women? And then you can put some advertise there. But you also have to see how much is that affordably for you, because if you have, I don't know, if you have 12 marbles and the advertise on that newspaper it cost you 5,000 marbles, then that's probably not affordably reachable. So you have to find a market which is reachable. But usually when you target specifically a niche, it's much easier because, for example, if you target pregnant women and you find a magazine for pregnant women, usually it's kind of a monthly magazine, and advertisement there won't cost so much. Or if you go on a blog for for pregnant women, uh, advertisement there won't cost a lot because it's a specific topic. It's a small group of people. You can go on forum. You probably can also find some great free advertisement. But on the opposite side, if you try to market everyone, like if you want to be generic and want to help the whole world, where do you have to advertise? Well, in that case, you have to advertise on television and national newspaper and stuff with really generical, and that costs you much more, like thousand of dollars or euro, whatever it is for you. I mean, if you want to have the first page or a full page advertisement on a newspaper, that's going to cost you a lot of money. So I really recommend you to don't try to target everyone, to really choose your market. And I'm going to help you in this, like in few minutes, to understand how you can choose your market. uh, Fifth mistake, you have to be sure that your market is responsive and viable. Well, what that means is that your client have to really have a need and a strong desire, an emotional desire of solve the problem that you have, fulfill the need that you have, and at the end buy your product. Because if they don't, then there is no reason you build your business around that market. Okay. And let me tell you this, I don't want to sound harsh or strong or anything, but for you to be just another one in a market, that means you really don't deserve success and you're just sucking up oxygen that you have no right to consume. And this might sound something hard. It's something that one of my mentor, Jay Abram, which is one of the most one of the genius business of our century, said. That might sound a little weird, but that means that you really don't want to be just another one. You don't want to be one among many who try to do what everyone else do. You want to be unique in what you offer. You want to be like a purple cow, like the milk one. You want to really be different, and that's actually what probably you love in creating a business, a place where you can express your uniqueness, your talent. So be unique, right? What you uh, be specific, be unique in what you have to offer.